Dr. Anthony Raj. He has pursued his bachelor's, master's and MPhil in physics. He then went on to pursue his PhD in physics at the University of Madras as well. He then went on to work as a lecturer at Thiruvalluvar Arts and Science College and Idea Engineering College for Women. Since the year 2006, he works as the lecturer and assistant professor at Loyola College, Chennai. With regard to research, he has published several papers in international journals, namely Radio Wave Propagation over Salem, Linear and Non-Linear Optical Properties of Pure and Doped Selenium Malate Single Crystals, and many more. He has also attended several conferences and seminars, namely International Conference on Materials Science and Technology, National Conference on Higher Education at Crossroads held at Loyola College, National Seminar on Crystal Growth 12 held at VIT University, and many more.
Welcome to UGC lecture series, BSc Physics Honours, Mathematical Physics 2, Semester 2, Lecture 8. In this lecture, we are going to see the existence and uniqueness of a solution of second order linear equation with initial value problem. Then solution of non-homogeneous linear differential equation using D operator method. These are the two concepts we are going to discuss in this lecture. Now, the existence and uniqueness theorem. Consider the initial value problem, that is y double prime plus p of t y prime plus q of t y is equal to g of t. This is the general form of second order linear differential equation, where the initial conditions are given as y of t naught is equal to y naught and y prime of t naught is equal to y naught prime. So, this is the considered initial value problem. In this initial value problem, if the functions p, q and g are continuous on the interval I, where the function t is defined in the interval a comma b containing the point t is equal to t naught, then there exists a unique solution y is equal to pi of t of the problem, and that this solution exists throughout the interval I. So, this is the concept of existence and uniqueness of a solution, or the existence and uniqueness theorem of the solutions of the second order differential equations. That is, the theorem guarantees that the given initial value problem will always have, where this will always have means existence of exactly one uniqueness, only one uniqueness, only one means uniqueness, that is twice differentiable solution on any interval containing t naught, as long as all three functions, that is p of t, q of t and g of t, are continuous on the same interval. So, this uniqueness theorem, existence and uniqueness theorem, talks about the continuity of the functions exist in the differential equation. So, conversely, neither existence nor uniqueness of a solution is guaranteed at a discontinuity of this p of t, q of t or g of t. This p of t, q of t or g of t terms available in the second order differential equation y double prime plus p of t y prime plus q of t y is equal to g of t. The initial conditions are y of t naught is equal to y naught and y prime of t naught is equal to y naught prime. So, this is how the existence and uniqueness theorem of solution can be learnt. Next, solution of non-homogeneous equations using D operator method. To understand the concept of the solution of non-homogeneous equation, first we must learn what is non-homogeneous equation. In non-homogeneous equation, the right hand side of the equation has some function. In homogeneous equation, the right hand side has got 0. So, this is the difference between non-homogeneous equation and homogeneous equation. So, let us consider function f of d y is equal to p naught d power n plus p 1 d power n minus 1 plus etc. plus p n minus 1 d plus p n into y is equal to q of x. This is the general form of non-homogeneous equation. In this equation, you can see some functions on the right hand side. So, in this topic, we are going to learn how to find the solution of this non-homogeneous equation using D operator method. In this equation, this P naught must not be equal to 0 and the values P 1, P 2, etc., P n are constants and this q of x, q is equal to q of x also must not be equal to 0. So, this is the non-homogeneous differential equation. Solution of this non-homogeneous differential equation is the solution of this non-homogeneous differential equation, solution of this non-homogeneous differential equation is the sum of complementary function and particular integral, is the sum of complementary function and the particular integral, complementary function and the particular integral. Now, we will discuss two general procedure to obtain the particular integral. In each procedure, we will define an operator 1 by f of d. This is the operator defined. Then this operator is defined by the relation. This is an operator. Then definition of this operator is 1 by f of d into f of d into y is equal to y. This is the definition of the operator defined. This operator is used to get the particular integral of the given non-homogeneous linear differential equation, or this operator this is the operator. When this operator is applied to the equation, that is the non-homogeneous linear differential equation, we obtain 1 by f of d into f of d into y is equal to y, which is equal to 1 by f of d into q. This is the expression we obtain after substituting this operator in the general equation of non-homogeneous linear differential equation, or this can be written in this way, or that can be written as y is equal to 1 by d minus m1 into 1 by d minus m2 into 1 by d minus m3 etc. into 1 by d minus mn into q. This is the expression we obtain after substituting the operator in the differential equation, that is non-homogeneous differential equation given like this. Now, as I told, two methods can be used to obtain the particular integral for the non-homogeneous linear differential equation. To do that, first we need to define an operator. We defined that operator. Next, we substituted that operator in the given differential equation. Then we got an expression like that. Now, let us go to the first method to find the particular integral for the non-homogeneous linear differential equation. We know that that particular integral is a component in the solution of the non-homogeneous linear differential equation. In the first method, this first method consists of solving a succession of linear differential equation of order 1 as follows. So, first we need to set a function u as 1 by d minus mn into q. So, this first method consists of solving a succession of linear differential equation of order 1. For that, a function u is set like this. Then this function u is used to solve first order differential equation du by dx minus mn of u is equal to q to obtain u is equal to e power mn of x into integral of q into e power minus mn x dx. So, the first method consists of solving a succession of linear differential equation. So, a function u is set and that function is used to solve this first order differential equation. Then we got the expression for u as u is equal to e power mn of x integral of q into e power minus mn x dx. Next, we need to set next function v is equal to 1 by d minus m n minus 1 into u to solve. This is the function set and this function is used to solve the differential equation dv by dx minus m n minus 1 into v is equal to u. This is the differential equation to be solved. Then solution of this differential equation is obtained as v is equal to obtain a solution v is equal to e power m n minus 1 into x integral of u into e power minus m in minus m n minus 1 x dx. So, second we set a function v which is expressed as 1 by d minus m n minus 1 into u. Using this function, this differential equation is solved. After solving that, we obtain a solution like that. Like that, we have to keep on set many functions to solve different first order differential equation and we obtain different function. This is a continuous process. Finally, we set a function y is equal to 1 by d minus m1 into w. This is the final function we set. This function gives the solution for the differential equation, that is particular integral. To solve the equation, dy by dx minus m1y is equal to w. After solving this first order differential equation, we obtain y is equal to e power m1 x integral of w into e power minus m1 into x dx. This is the particular integral we get. So, by summarizing the above following formula, we may be established y is equal to e power m1 into x integral of e power m2 minus m1 into x integral of e power m3 minus m2 into x integral of keep on goes integral of e power m n minus m n minus 1 into x integral of q into e power minus m n x into dx to the power n. So, this is the final thing we obtain after doing this successive successive solving. Keep this as equation A. This is the first method. So, in the first method, what we did is we set a function, then we solved a first order differential equation, we obtained the solution. Then second function is set by using the previous function, then a differential equation is solved, we obtain a solution including the first one. Like that a continuous thing goes. Finally, we got y is equal to e power m1x etc. into integral of q e power minus m1x dx power n. Keep this as equation A. Now, let us go to the second method. In that second method, what we need to do is again we need to fix the operator. That operator is 1 by f of t. So, this consists of the second method consists of expressing this 1 by f of t as a sum of n partial function. So, that expression will be n1 by d minus m1 plus n2 by d minus m2 plus etc. plus n by d minus mn. So, this is of this 1 by f of t consists of expressing sum of n partial derivatives. Then the particular integral for this one will be y is equal to n1 e power m1 into x integral of q into e power minus m1 into x dx plus n2 into e power m2 x integral of q e power minus m2 x dx plus etc. plus n e power m n into x integral of q into e power minus m n into x into dx. This is how the particular integral can be expressed by the second method. Now, in evaluating both A and B, keep this as equation B. In evaluating both A and B, it is customary to discard the integration constant. If this integration constant is included, we will obtain the final solution rather than the particular integral. So, in obtaining this solution, we must discard the integration constant. Now, some of the formulas which will be used very useful to find this particular integral. Some formula which will be very useful in finding this particular integral. They are e power I bx is equal to cos bx plus I sin bx. Then e power minus I bx is equal to cos bx minus I sin bx. Then sin bx. sin bx is equal to e power I bx minus e power minus I bx by 2I. Then cos bx is equal to e power I bx plus e power minus I bx by 2. Then e power bx, which is expressed in terms of hyperbolic function as cos h bx plus sin h bx. Then e power minus bx, which is equal to cos h bx minus sin h bx. Here that hyperbolic function can also be expressed in terms of the exponential function as sin h bx is equal to 1 by 2 e power bx minus e power minus bx. Then cos h bx is equal to 1 by 2 e power bx plus e power minus bx. These are all the formula very useful in solving problems based on the particular integral. So, in this section we learnt how to find the particular integral of a non-homogeneous linear differential equation. In the first method, we set a function, then using that function a first order differential equation is solved, then solution is obtained, then that is used in setting the second function, then a differential equation is solved, again we obtain a solution, then finally we got we set y as a function, then we solved a differential equation, we obtain this y is equal to e power m1 x integral of e power m2 minus m1 into x integral of e power m3 minus m2 into x integral etc. e power mn minus mn minus 1 into x integral of q into e power minus mn x dx to the power n. So, this is the first method. In the second method, this 1 by f of d is expressed as a sum of partial derivatives. In that we obtain this expression y is equal to this thing, and these two are to obtain the particular integral. These two methods can be used. Now, in these methods the constant integration constant should be discarded. If we use that integration constant, we will get the final solutions instead of the particular integral. Now, some of the formulas. Now, we will understand this particular integral concept by solving this differential equation. In this differential equation, we are asked to solve d square minus 3d plus 2 into y is equal to e power x. This is a non-homogeneous differential equation. Solution to this non-homogeneous differential equation consists of a complementary function and a particular integral. Finding the complementary function is similar to finding it from the homogeneous differential equation. Finding the particular integral will be as explained in the previous part. Now, let us go to the solution of this problem. So, solution of this problem, the given equation is d square minus 3d plus 2 into y is equal to e power x is the given equation. The homogeneous counterpart of this equation is d square minus 3d plus 2 into y is equal to 0 is the homogeneous counterpart of this equation. By factorizing this, we will get d minus 1 into d minus 2 into y is equal to 0 is the expression obtained after factorizing the above equation. Then the complementary function is written as y is equal to, the complementary function is y is equal to c1 e power x plus c2 e power 2x, because the roots are distinct and real. So, this is the method to express the complementary function. Now, we need to find a particular integral. To find the particular integral, we need to define an operator y is equal to 1 by d minus 1 into 1 by d minus 2 e power x. This is the particular integral. So, as we learned earlier in the theory, first we need to set a function. That function is u is equal to 1 by d minus 2 into e power x. So, this part is taken. Then the differential equation, then from this the differential equation is d minus 2 into u is equal to e power x, or we get du by dx minus 2u is equal to e power x. This is the differential equation to be solved. Then solution of this differential equation will be u e power minus 2x is equal to integral of e power x e power minus 2x into dx. So, if we simplify this, we will get integral of e power minus x dx. If we integrate this, we will get minus e power minus x. So, the u value is equal to minus e power minus x. Now, we need to go to that y is equal to 1 by d minus 1 into u. Then the differential equation is d minus 1 into y is equal to u, or that dy by dx minus y is equal to u. The value of u is minus e power minus x minus e power minus x. So, y is equal to e power x integral of minus e power x into e power minus x dx. So, which gives minus x into e power x. So, the complementary function is y is equal to minus x e power x is the complementary function. So, the complete solution of this equation d square minus 3d plus 2 into y is equal to e power x is y is equal to c1 e power x plus c2 e power 2x minus x e power x is the complete solution of the given differential equation. So, by this method, by this problem, we learned how to find the particular integral for the given non-homogeneous linear differential equation. So, in this lecture, we learned the existence and uniqueness theorem. According to the existence and uniqueness of solution to the second order differential equation, there exists a unique solution y is equal to phi of t of the problem, and that this solution exists throughout the interval I. This is how the existence and uniqueness theorem for the solutions can be learnt. Then we learnt the T operator method to find the solution of non-homogeneous equation. So, solution of non-homogeneous equation should be obtained by finding the complementary function and the particular integral. That particular integral can be obtained by D operator method. In finding the particular integral, there are two methods. We learned that two methods in this lecture. So, after listening to this lecture, you can answer the following questions. Define the exactness and uniqueness of solutions of differential equations. Then state the two procedures to find particular integral of non-homogeneous equations. Solve d cube plus 3d square minus 4 into y is equal to x e power minus 2x. So, this is a non-homogeneous linear differential equation. You can solve this equation after listening to the lecture. Thank you.